Okay, Sparky.
All right. So this tip of the week is actually an offshoot from an email we got this week from Virginia, and she was asking about asphalt driveway, whether she should, what she needs to replace it, or if she's, different types of asphalt and so on. So of course Ron responded to her, but it got me to thinking that there's a lot more to it than
just putting down
what
some
you can
asphalt
put in an email, right? So, and this year especially, you guys had that polar vortex come zipping through there, and at 60 below zero.
Yep.
It could do real havoc on your driveway.
Yes, it does.
So what I want to talk about here is just, first thing I look at your driveways. I mean, I don't know if you're going to do new driveway, or if you're fixing your old driveway, or if you're trying to evaluate your existing driveway.
Uh-huh.
So on new driveways, that's the easiest. You need to dig out at least 8 inches. You put in 6 inches of gravel and 2 inches of asphalt, but that base rock has to go in and be compacted well.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if you're looking at a replacement, you could top over your driveway and call it done if your driveway's not in little pieces.
Uh-huh.
So if your driveway's all broken up into those 3-inch round pieces, that's telling you that your base is bad.
So we'll just go over top of it, right?
No, you do not. Because if you go over the top, it will be the same way in no time.
Uh-huh.
So if it's all broke up in little pieces, that means your base is bad. So you need to find a guy that's actually going to take the asphalt off, which is great because they recycle it anyway.
Yep.
But you got to dig that base out,
Uh-huh.
what can be salvaged, if it's 2 inches of stone, whatever.
Or if it's just dirt.
But if it's just dirt, you need to dig that out and get back down to, get that good base of gravel in there for drainage.
Yep.
They compact that, then they put in the asphalt. Guess what? It costs more. We call it doing it right.
No, it costs more?
Yes, it costs more.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So something that you found for Virginia was that there's different types of asphalt.
Uh-huh.
And your examples are 41A and 41B.
Right.
And I've never in my life heard them referred to that. So I thought that was interesting. So let's just do the 41A is a mixture of rock and sand, and it's got very fine diameter with an oil content up to 6%.
Uh-huh.
Which is what we would call topping. It's your normal asphalt.
Right. That gives you a nice smooth, even surface. And it's very nice to look at. You can definitely tell that it's different than your standard asphalt.
But that's what your kickstand on your bicycle sinks into.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The motorcycle goes right into that. Sure.
But then 41B has rocks up to 5/8 of an inch, so large aggregate.
Correct.
And the oil contents drop down to 5%. Now they say that makes it a stronger and allows for heavier traffic.
Uh-huh.
So standard driveway might be 2 inches of asphalt. When we do a parking lot, we do 2 inches of 41B, which I never called it that.
Right.
We called it binder.
Okay.
And then you did 2 inches of topping. So you had 4 inches thick, but it would give you a mixture of both.
Right.
So you had the strength of the lower, larger base, 41B, and then the look of the nice stuff.
Okay. Yep.
So they also make porous asphalt, which will allow water to go through it. Porous.
Okay. That's even bigger pieces of rock in it then, right?
And then you have quiet asphalt, which is finer, so it's smoother, less tire noise.
Shh. Quiet. Baby,
quiet asphalt. Because when your driveway is too loud, it stinks. All right. So now when you every year you're supposed to go reseal your driveway. At least every year, but every other year maybe works too. Go get a good water-based sealer that you can do it yourself. But one of the keys there is if your driveway is getting a little ragged, make sure you get the tar, fill the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the little pieces. I mean, you got a crack across your driveway. That's not a big deal. Just fill that in. That keeps water from getting in there. And then when you have that polar vortex.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say volar vortex. That way you don't get that frost heave and bust it up. So you want to get that in there. But sometimes mixing silica sand with your sealer and spreading that, it will give you a very nice, smooth, fine finish, which looks great, but it kind of makes it hard to walk on when it's wet. It tends to be slippery.
Yes. Yeah, but what I do is when I used to do it anyway. I would squeegee it along and then throw sand in it and squeegee back over it again. And then I just, that way it gave it a little bit of a texture too. I got tired of buying new boots and pairs of pants every year. So now I just have somebody do it. They do it for, it's $100 and some bucks, and it's like, that's worth it. It's what I would pay to buy all the buckets, and then I've got 6 hours.
I don't disagree with you. I when my old house had asphalt driveway, I think I did it once, and I went, this is just stupid.
Yes,
because like you said, it was going and buying it, getting all trashed on it, trying to keep it off yourself, your clothes, your boots.
Yep.
It's as careful as you are, you're going to be in a mess.
Yeah, I used to have a pair of boots I would wear.
The guy.
Yeah, I had a pair of boots for that. Yeah. Had a pair of boots and pants that I would just wear just for that. And then I just forget it. I'll just, for $100, you just have somebody come do it. It's just a lot easier.
Absolutely. All right. So there's your driveway tip of the week.
Excellent. All right. Well, we got more for you next, right after the news. So stay tuned. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.